One thing I just want to touch on before we, as we wrap up Run the Jewels, is a project that y'all talked about that everybody took as a threat, but nobody actually thought would actually happen. The Meow the Jewels.
I'm putting pistols in faces at random places like, bitch, give it up, or stand adjacent to Satan. Batman chilling.
Yeah.
So, Meow the Jewels is a remix album, Run the Jewels 2, created with all cat sounds.
Yes. This is the apology section of the of the interview. Yeah.
No way, man. I mean, it was done for the best reasons, though, right?
No, I mean,
Wasn't
this
the
is where the
story-
world apologizes to me
Oh,
for
good.
having,
Okay,
for like
good.
forcing
Okay.
me to make that shit.
This-
No, yes. You know, it's funny because you kind of feel like people they're a little separated from the way that all came about.
Yeah,
and
for
the whole
sure.
purpose of it was at this point. Anyone who's coming in to like Run the Jewels now or from the last couple of records who's like, wait a second, they made a record with cat noise remixes and like they got like the illest producers,
Yes.
Just Blaze and Jeff Barrow and fucking,
Prince
like
Paul, yeah.
Prince Paul and, Automator and all these incredible producers, assembled onto this record that is just clearly the stupidest fucking, music ever. But also laudably, like, the whole challenge was for people to make dope shit out of cat noises.
And they did.
But the reason we did it was because it evolved from a joke that we made when we were doing the album pre-orders. And I was writing out all the different packages that you could get if you pre-ordered the album. It's like, the sweatshirt and the CD plus the vinyl and just the CD and just, and I was writing this out and I was stoned at my kitchen table and I was just like, this is so fucking boring. And I just started writing joke ones out, like, the fucking mystery package where like, we'll drive around your town in a van and solve local mysteries, like just stupid shit, just putting like giant price tags on this stuff, like $100,000 for the, and we'll, for the, Kitchen Nightmares package where we'll like go with you and like force a restaurant to change their menu. And one of them that I wrote was the Meow the Jewels package for $40,000. That would remix the entire album using nothing but cat noises. I probably should have priced it higher than $40,000. So what happened was basically the joke pre-order packages got a lot of attention. Someone online who was a fan decided to raise the money to start a Kickstarter, to raise the money to do the Meow the Jewels thing. And when we saw that, and we saw that they were doing it, we were like, oh, haha. But this is a joke, and we don't really feel comfortable with you raising money, using this as the mechanism. This is, of course, in the wake of Eric Garner's death, Mike Brown's death, and we were very cognizant and aware of that. And there was just a whole wave of exposure of the murderous behavior of the police in America towards Black men. We kind of decided that maybe we could get behind it because if it was for a good cause. So we decided like, hey, fuck it, why not? I reached out to the kid and I was like, we'll do this, but none of the money goes to you. It has to go to charity. It has to go to the families of Mike Brown and Eric Garner equally. And so he, agreed, and we put our weight behind the Kickstarter campaign. And lo and behold, everybody wanted a cat album.
Yeah, man.
It was the first time that I think we had ever used this thing that we had to do something that we thought was the first time we had aligned it in a real way with our politics and what we wanted to do in the world, which is use what we had to help people in some way. And we had never really been in that position before. And so this was the first time that we saw an opportunity to raise some money for charity, straight up. And so I kind of used all of my friendships with all these different producers that I always wanted to work with and who were friends. And I was like, hey, I'm reaching out to work with you. And here's the thing. You're going to be using cat noises.
I mean, but everybody killed it though. Like,
everybody killed it. Everybody killed it. And it was a challenge, and it was like this, and I was really proud of it. And we got this money to directly to Eric Garner and Michael
That's
Brown's
beautiful.
families, respectively. And then the rest of the money continues to go to National Lawyers Guild, which is the same organization that we raised hundreds of thousands of dollars for with the release of Run the Jewels 4, and have continued to work with throughout, which is an organization that provides legal counsel to protesters, amongst other things, watchdogs, etc.
Where did y'all record that conversation with Snoop that's at the top of the Meow the Jewels?
I was
Do a whole cat album?
Cat out.
Damn.
Motherfuckers started bringing their cats to the tour bus and
Meow,
shit.
meow, 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 meow. Farina.
We might have to sample that for the album. Snoop Dogg took.
Snoop was an RTJ fan. He had invited us to his show, like his YouTube show.
Yeah.
I couldn't go the day he invited me, and then Mike went, and I was very mad at Mike because I was like, "How are you gonna just jump in front of this and just go when he invited both of us, you motherfucker?" But Mike couldn't stop himself because he's such a weed head, and he just wanted to go.
Hey, that's
So
a moment,
he wasn't going to pass up that opportunity. I didn't want to pass it up either. I just couldn't do it on that day.
Word.
Bastard. Me and Mike will be fighting about that one literally forever. And so that was where the relationship was. And I think that's how that happened.
I am, glad y'all did it for the great reason of raising money for a cause that shouldn't be necessary, but unfortunately is. And then, you're able to make some music that's like, that shouldn't make any sense, but it came out like super ill.
There's jams on there that I like more than the original. Like the Just Blaze shit is like neck and neck to me with like the original. Like that's when I realized how ill a producer Just Blaze is. Like he's fucking just ill. Like to make like the low end that this dude got out of this shit was just incredible. I was like, God damn. I was happy to do that. I was really proud of us that we were able to facilitate that. And it was the beginning of something for us because it made me realize, because of the way that we had kept our business structure and because we kind of have just decided to do things in a sort of a disruptive way, it gave us a lot of room to play with that and to use it for good. And, it also created a relationship with us and Erica Garner, which was something that was really cool. Erica Garner was super appreciative, and we were really touched to be in touch with her. And I was very, of course, just like everyone else, very, very saddened when she passed away. And there was a lot of poignancy that came out of that stupid idea. And the idea was doing maximum good with maximum stupid, that we could. Using humor and good intention. And also, again, the joke being on us. What could be more of a joke on yourself than forcing yourself to executive produce and produce a fucking cat noise album? So I felt good about that. I felt good about the power of humor and stupidity. And it inspired us, I think, to continue to keep looking for ways that we could contribute socially to charity.
And another lesson that we should all learn: never underestimate the love for cats on the internet. Just
Never
do it.
I didn't realize, dog. I was like,
Undefeated.
yeah, man. I was a fool. I was a fool.
Stony Island Audio.